Prismatic Evolutions is getting printed into the ground. Will it go to MSRP? That's a question that has been going around quite a bit. Now, there's two things which I would say is kind of important between the two, right? First off, yes, it is getting obliterated in printing. There is a ton, and I'm going to get to in a minute, just to give you guys an example of how much Prismatic is actually going to be hitting the market soon. And second, will it go to MSRP? No. The chances of getting that market price down to MSRP, specifically talking about an ETB, is what the product everyone's really talking about, is less likely. And I'll get into the reason why as well. So yes, we're getting an insane amount of reprints. We're getting an insane amount of Prismatic. That's not going to have a huge impact on the ETB prices or that market price that everybody's talking about. So let's get into it. So let's take a look at the Prismatic ETB right now on TCG Player. We're looking at $104 for the regular ETB. That's what everybody is talking about when they're like, is it going to go to MSRP? They're kind of referring to the ETB, not just packs of Prismatic Evolutions. And there's going to be a lot that's going to be printed and released over the next few weeks and months throughout this year. And it's an insane amount, which we'll get to. And like, the thing is, none of it's ETBs, right? These are going to be like other products as well that just contain just a crap ton of Prismatic packs. That's going to have a huge impact on the single card prices of the set as well, which we'll get to in a moment. And it's going to have a huge impact on just getting hold of the regular packs themselves. So that's going to be another interesting factor. It's kind of going down the 151 route where they're like, we're just going to pump out as many packs as possible to get them in the hands of people. But if you want to keep things sealed, as in like an ETB, you kind of have that option as well because we're not really touching that. That seems to be like the route that they seem to be going with regarding Prismatic. When we look at the overall value of Prismatic Evolutions, it's 4.5k, which is absolutely insane. But, you know, you still have the Umbreon sitting very nicely. If we have a look at the Umbreon, you can see the huge price decreases for this card. So currently we're looking at 900 on average for the, average market price. But then look at the PSA 10 price, 2.5k. Still very, very high. But look where it once was 6 months ago, $4,000. And the PSA price has just been free falling. We look at the raw price, we can see then, again, it has been free falling. TCG Player was sitting above the average market price for the longest time. It still is. But we see a huge decline from a 1.6k card down to $900. And I expect it to fall even more. I mentioned in a recent video going through like doing all the tier sets for all of the Scarlet and Violet era. And one of the things that I was looking at was like, hang on a minute. I think Prismatic, with all that's coming out, I think you could be looking at some of these big top chase cards, probably cut by, you could see 50%. So you could see the Umbreon, you never know, reach $500 or less, which would be pretty impressive. It'd be a tough task, but I can see it happening. So what is it I'm talking about? I'm talking about the huge stock update regarding this collection box. Okay, so this is the figure collection box that is dropping, I assume worldwide, right? Pretty soon. So we're talking about this collection box. So this isn't the premium figure collection box that's releasing like in a few weeks' time. That is obviously got the Espeon and the Umbreon promo, which is like super exciting. It's kind of like the Zacian Zamazenta box, which is going to be a crap ton of packs and, get stuff out there. This is a different type of box. This is a Sam's Club, I believe it's Sam's Club exclusive. This is over in the US, unfortunately, not here in the UK. Once again, we get kind of wrecked. But we're going to be getting this huge product, right? It's $56 and it comes with an absolute ton of goodies. But not only that, it's just how much is being released. This is arriving in stores pretty soon, right? But it's like the retail price increased to 56. Okay, sure, whatever. Online stock, 100,000 units. In-store stock, 115,000 units. Okay? That's a crap ton of packs. That is an insane amount of packs. Really good value as well. I mean, you get some, okay-ish promos. Their promos that kind of like already exist, but it's just getting those Prismatic packs out there. To give you an indication of what's going on, you have a huge reprint coming. So you have an ETB and Pokeball bundle. So you're getting some ETBs. So some ETBs are hitting the market there through Sam's Club. I probably, maybe not reprint, it might just be a restock, but they say reprint. It's hard to tell these days whether it's a reprint or a restock. But then, so regarding that, you're going to have 112,000 units in store and 10k online. That's 1.143 million packs of Prismatic. And then you have the Lucario and Tyranitar collection box, which we just looked at. 115k units in store, 100k online for another 3 million packs. So it's 4.153 million pack arriving in Sam's Club. We're not talking about anywhere else. We're not talking about any potential reprints, restocks in places like Target, Walmart, any of these big box stores over in the US. We're not talking about the figure collection that's also coming across the world as well. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of Prismatic, 4 million packs just from one place that's going to be released. It's going to be insane. There's going to be a ton of packs hitting the market real soon. So it's like, okay, will we see a big dip? I don't think we'll see a big dip in ETBs that much. I know it sounds like a lot, right? And it is. Over 100,000 ETBs are going to be made or released through Sam's Club. That does sound like a lot, but that probably won't actually... You might see an ETB market value drop by like 10%, 15%, if that. So it might drop slightly below 100, and then it'll trickle back up again. But it's just the sheer amount of packs alone. Expect the single card prices to fall, and it also expect the average pack price to fall as well. We see in 151, we saw it time and time again 151 when they released Blooming Waters, when they've done all the booster bundle reprints and so on and so forth. But look at the ETBs, they stayed strong. Okay, you look at an ETB price of 151, like 151 packs are over $30, right? If you open up an ETB, they're not worth $30, right? For a 151 booster pack. So keep that in mind. This could go the same way. When we look at the Prismatic ETBs over here, we're still looking around about £100 a regular ETB. And the average pack here is around about £9 to £10. Over in the US is around about $10. So I do expect that to fall as well. So what do you guys think? You know, do you think we're going to see Prismatic Evolution's overall total set value impact that much from a huge release of over 4 million booster packs in just one, retail chain? Or are we going to see even more come out? Is Walmart going to get it? Is Target going to get it? We're going to see the overall price of the set drop maybe another 40-50%. Could we see this drop down to maybe $3,000, $2,500 for the overall value of the set? I don't think it might drop that much, but I think we could see continuous drops. I mean, the Umbreon has already dropped from 1,600 down to 900, and again, even more. And we got the figure collection as well. Keep that in mind. I don't know how many of those are being made, how many of those are being released, but yeah, there's going to be an absolute crap ton of Prismatic. Over here in the UK, though, we are getting wrecked. But going with 4 million packs, that is an insane amount. On top of that, you've got more stock coming as well. So you've got the Pokemon Center ETB with the Pokeball, which I just talked about. That's what they're going to be bringing. And there's going to be quite a lot, right? You got the Pokeball, well, no one cares. But you're going to get the ETB as well and for retail. So it's kind of a shame that we don't. This is obviously through PokeNotify. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on and when stuff is dropping, go and check out the link in the description. Use PokeJace 25 for 25% off your first month, which is going to be really good to keep on top of these restocks. There's a ton coming. Get on top of it, guys. Literally get on top of it. I mean, I've been using PokeNotify to get all my Black Bolt White Flare, to get Destined Rivals. I had quite a lot of Destined Rivals upon release I was able to get a hold of. Same with Prismatic. I managed to get quite a lot from Prismatic. I'm trying to get some more. I do. I haven't got Prismatic in a long time. Definitely go and check that out. But yeah, it's just madness. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Sam's Club is definitely getting a hell of a lot. And look, if you take a look at here, you've got all of the different things that are coming. This is like the release dates to tell you about what's going on with that if you are over in the US. And hopefully we'll get something like that over here in the UK as well. Costco exclusives. I mean, you've had drops happen for Surging Sparks. And your GameStop stuff regarding Black Bolt and White Flare. And so on and so forth. They'll keep it all up to date with everything that's going on. But overall, I do see the ETBs probably drop maybe about 10 to 15%, but I think they'll bounce back quite nicely. But yeah, the packs will go down overall. The singles will go down overall as well. So hold strong, guys. More Prismatic is coming. Pokemon did say they were going to do a heavy reprint of this set. We have yet to see it arrive, and we yet to see it hit the market, but it is coming. So you have it, guys. A ton of Prismatic. What do you think? What are your thoughts regarding the set? Do you think that it's going to go down MSRP? Do you think ETBs are going to be $50 an ETB? I don't see that happening, but I do see a lot of stock coming in. And the thing is, if you pick it up from Sam's Club, you basically are picking up for MSRP anyway. So you could say, look, it's an MSRP market. It's not really the market price. That's just the release price of this restock, which is fantastic, by the way. But the market will absorb it very quickly. Regarding the premium collection box, we really sought after, just like Blooming Waters. And hopefully it will drop the prices and make things really available. Guys, with me here in the UK, I think we're getting wrecked once again, just like we have with 151. It hopefully we'll get that something along those lines of a big collection box like that, but the figure collection doesn't look like it would even scratch the surface here in the UK, which is a little bit of a bummer. But that is it from me, guys, in today's video. Make sure to smash that like button, make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content, and yeah, hopefully they get on top of Destined Rivals next, because I need some help. But that is it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.